Sorry, I'm filming again.
We worked really hard, and we got potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, black peppers. No, shush, no. Got black pepper. I mean, black berries. Blackberries. What are they called?
Mulberries?
Fuck you, gum.
Fuck you, gum.
But blackberries. We did grow raspberries, but sad thing, our raspberry bush, it died. You know.
Shit happened.
It's really sad because we got that in Montana, and we moved here, so we can't get it back.
What was his name?
You know, his name was Brother Toman. And, you know, it's not funny because he was the most perfect old man ever, you know, and I'm not even, like, yeah, I'm drunk, like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, like, I'm gone, but, like, I'll admit, like, I remember this, like, when I lived in Montana, you know, I moved when I was 4 or 5, but when we go to Brother Toman's, that, you know, that was a guy that went to our church, you know, so we called him Brother Toman. I mean,
Tomer or Toman?
he lived on a mountain, Brother Toman. Like Toman, you know, Toman, Brother Toman.
You know, like Toman?
Like, it's
you know,
really,
like the
I mean,
Toman?
he literally owned a whole mountain by himself, and his house looked like a hobbit house. Super cool.
Okay, is anything you're saying right now actually true?
Yeah, no, I'm dead
you're
serious.
Just fucking making shit up.
No, I promise.
No, I believe Gavin on this shit.
We moved to Missouri in 2008.
He doesn't lie about Montana.
We moved to Missouri in 2008, right?
Montana's real
I was
shit.
born 2003, Great Falls, Montana, on Air Force Base, right? Okay, well, we had a great family friend, Brother Toman, right? I never learned his first name. I just always knew him as Brother Toman because of my church, you know. And he owned this whole mountain, and he would prep it. He would cut the grass. He would get rid of hornets, bees, you know, all that stuff. And people would camp on it, and it was beautiful property. I mean, gorgeous. I mean, the most beautiful property I've ever seen. I mean, I've never seen anything more prettier, and I still remember when I was like 4 years old. And he would invite like our whole church over, and he made these candy cannons. And so it was like, no, I'm dead serious. I know I'm so wasted right now, but this is true.
What the fuck is a candy?
A candy cannon.
A cannon that shoots fucking candy instead of grape shot.
Candy in the air, you know, and then it falls, and then all the kids, you know, pick it up.
Dude, this sounds like a fucking like wizard.
It sounds like a pinata with extra steps.
You know, it was really sad because Brother Toman, I mean, he kept his land.
Gildor.
Beautiful. I mean, his land was absolutely beautiful. Had awesome bathrooms. He had like little mini houses in the trees. I mean, it was beautiful property, you know. And he had a koi pond. I mean, everything you
koi
think of that
pond?
is super. Yeah,
That's awesome.
And these kois were huge. He had them for like over 20 years. So this like old man that was like 90 years old, you know, I knew him as Brother Toman, and I was only 4, and I still remember quite a bit. We would go camping there all the time, and I mean, that's all my family used to do was camp in Montana.
What's the moral of the story?
That's all there is.
The moral of the story is that it's really sad because Brother Toman, he actually unfortunately passed a couple years ago. He was 93, 92 or something like that, and instead of dying in natural causes, he actually died to his truck. Like how it happened is he parked his truck in front of his house. It was a manual, so he meant to put it in first and turn it off, you know, and forgot to, you know, he was an old man, like, I mean, over 90 years old, fragile, you know, memory loss, all this stuff like that. So he gets behind his truck, and he parked his truck on a hill, and his truck actually ran himself over, and he died. And it was really sad. You know, he was a great man. You know, he had all this beautiful property, and the sad thing is the raspberry bush that we had was from his raspberry farm. So, and we moved here in 2008, you know, my dad retired 2008 Whiteman Air Force Base, you know. We moved here, planted that tree, you know, that bush, and it grew for many years. You know, it wouldn't grow during the winter, of course, you know, because it was winter, but it would grow and it would make delicious raspberries, just like we were in Montana again. But sorry, I'm slurring my words. but I mean, the most beautiful, luscious looking raspberries you've ever seen.
A direct descendant of Toman's raspberry bush.
Yeah, Toman, brother Toman.
Straight
That-
from Montana.
You know, if they're, you know, like Morgan Freeman, like people say that he's God. If brother Toman and Morgan Freeman had a fight to be God, bro, brother Toman would wail on Morgan Freeman. I mean, he was the best man you could ever think of. I mean,
This
he
podcast
literally
is
fought-
entitled Beef on Morgan Freeman.
I love Morgan Freeman. No beef. I'm just saying brother Toman's better. But I'm saying, like, brother Toman, even when he was like 87 years old or something like that, he fought off a freaking bear. A freaking
What?
bear. Yeah.
He fought of a bear?
Yeah. There was a young couple
Dude, I was
camping on his
believing it
property.
For a second, now I'm sorry.
No, dude, honestly.
You were fucking making that shit up.
Chase, shut the fuck up. You have spit up on your shirt, you toddler.
Honestly do not have to believe. You don't have to believe me for 1 second. I wouldn't I would not care if you did not believe me for 1 second. But I'm truthfully honest. Like, I feel like if this man did not get ran over by his own truck by accident of him just being old, he would probably live to 200 years old. I mean,
Gavin, you're fucking wasted.
no, I mean, yeah, I know I'm wasted.
Hey, I get what you mean. I get what you mean on this.
But brother Toman, dude,
He sounds
was
legit.
the man, And I even have pictures in my house.
Who owns the
of-
house now?
Huh?
Who owns his house, his property?
I think it's his past family. I think they still own that mountain. And I'll even show you next morning when I am not like this, a picture of all my brothers and brother Toman on his 4-wheeler, bro, driving in the mountains. It's funny because brother Toman, he would always tell my mom that, hey, you need to watch out for your boy Gavin because he's like a feast for these mountain lions. Because I've been a big kid ever since I was out of that womb, bro. I mean, I'm a big boy. He said I was a honey roast dinner or something like that. He'd say something funny like that.
Fuck you.
Just great guy.
What?
And welcome to Gavin's podcast. And that's my intro to
The podcast.
yeah.
Tales with Larry.
This has been a great first
Goat.
episode.
And like I know I'm destroyed. Like I know, but everything that I said about brother Toman in today's video, I don't even have to remember it. Like it's literally like stuck in my head because he was such a great dude. Like, and if you don't believe me, dude, I don't even care. But it was true. I promise you. He was a great dude.
What's this podcast called?
Dude, this podcast is dedicated to brother Toman.
Dedicated to Brother
What the fuck is
Toman.
it called, retard?
This podcast is dedicated to Brother Toman.
Hey, there's Brother Toman right there.
Yow, yow.
Dude, he think about the most hardened American person you could ever think of. So like get Clint Eastwood, add about 20 years to his age now, and he like served through all like world wars, civil war, I mean everything.
And that's Brother Toman.
That's brother Toman. I'm not even joking. He was the coolest guy ever. I mean, dude. Man.
I feel
He
like
did
ripping all my teeth out.
He did some shit.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
He killed some Krauts in World War II, I'll tell you that.
Some krauts.
Yeah.
Yeah, some sauerkraut.
But the thing is, bro, he came back to America and he's like, I fucking liberated Europe, bro. So I'm here to fucking make every single child that grows up in my area,
Vicinity.
vicinity,
Got
fucking
it.
the happiest
Civil
kid
as
ever.
innocent.
He was the fucking best. And I love you, brother Toman. I hope you're fucking doing good wherever you're at, bro.
Alright, this episode's dedicated to Brother Toman. We love you. Rest
Love
in
you, brother
peace.
Toman. You have a good one, bro.